Hello, everyone. Welcome back again. Thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be talking about the new 47 meters down Uncaged. Again, BG is not here with us, but he wants us to tell you that he loves sharks very much, and he would really like to let you guys know that you should do what you can to make sure sharks are taken care of. Yeah. That being said, we're going to talk about this movie, 47 meters down. So I actually really like the first one. You can watch it on Netflix.
First one. Mm-hmm.
It was directed by Johannes. I don't remember his last name, but he also directed this one. Mm-hmm. I love monster movies. I love creature movies, and I think sharks are no different. Jaws is still scary. Yeah. I don't like the ocean. Mm-hmm. So with all that being said, what did you think of this one? Uncaged.
Okay. Well,
or you can start it with,
No. Yeah, I'll preface this with I really loved the first one. Mm-hmm. You know, it was kind of very original, but it also cared about the sisters and their dynamics and this and that. This one seemed like kind of like I don't know. We were like retreading the same ground in a way.
The same water, pun intended.
and it was like I don't have a high bar for these kind of movies. Mm-hmm. I really, I gave Crawl a very generous rating because I expect it to not be Jaws.
Yeah.
Jaws is Jaws. Then there's, Deep Blue Sea. Then there's a bunch about Sharknado. There's a bunch of them that fit into that other category. And for that, when it's clever, I feel like the first one was more of a clever premise. This one was more of like I don't want to say cash grab because that sounds very, very disrespectful, but it sounds like a studio said, hey, can you make another one of these?
Yeah, and that's kind of the same thought process I had when I was watching this. I really liked the first one. I actually thought the shots in it were really interesting. They had a lot of underwater shots. I don't think they're real, but I have no idea how it was filmed. But I just thought that it was I liked it. I thought it was well done. It was very intense, and it was a unique situation where usually you're trying to outrun the animal, but you're stuck down there with
trapped.
them, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I didn't know what I expected this one to be, like if it was going to be a continuation, but it has nothing to do with the first 47 meters down. Yeah. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even mention how far down they are in this one. Yeah. So I agree when it's kind of like the studio said, can you do another one of these or part two? And this is kind of what they came up with. It was the same director, so I don't know his background, or I think he may be a surfer, or he really likes the water and shooting underwater shots, and that's how this kind of come out, or sharks. Yeah. But yeah, I like the females, the sisters in the first one, but in this one, they have the half sister, not really the adopted sister vibe going on, and then the other friends, and it was kind of like the formula that they copied and pasted into it, but they said, instead of 2 girls, let's put 4 down there and see what happens, And I don't know. It didn't really work for me. I felt like the jump scares they had with the sharks, they were so predictable. Like they framed it dead in the middle, so you're like, hey, here it comes,
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to like this movie, and it's not that I didn't like it. I just wouldn't pay for it again. Yeah. I feel like I kind of knew, like, as I was watching it, like, okay, I'm watching this so that you guys don't have to watch this kind of vibe. That's like that's all I kept telling myself. Like, I'm doing this for you guys, kind of thing.
Lay myself down in the line of
and
beauty.
I love shark movies. I really do. But I felt like this was it really was like not even a rehash. It was almost like, and we described it, like he had written another movie and filmed it, and then they said, you know what? We need to call this 47 meters down, Uncaged, because you have a brand and this and that. But as you said, it wasn't really, I mean, if they wouldn't have said Uncaged, that was the only reason why they got away with it.
Yeah, I don't even, in my opinion, they didn't get away with it. You don't name a movie 47 meters down and then don't address that they're not 47 meters down. Because in the first movie, it shows the 47. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think the idea was cool. The whole idea about like exploring the underground ruins or whatever.
Aztec or something.
But
Mayan.
I don't know. The sharks didn't look good. The CGI wasn't where it needed to be.
Yeah, it was like a prehistoric shark and everything like that. It was, I don't know. I don't want to be too mean on this movie because it's something that people might enjoy. Yeah. Still, if you like those kind of movies, those monster movies. But for me, it wasn't my cup of tea. And it's hard to say that because I was looking forward to this movie.
So was I. Like I said, I really enjoyed the first one, and I thought that I didn't know what I was expecting, if it was going to be a continuation or if it was going to be going down to find somebody who was left behind or something like that. But this was, I feel like I was let down a little bit by this.
Let me ask you something real quick. So was it, because for me, it wasn't the acting. It was just like the story.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say the acting was bad. It definitely wasn't great, but it was not bad. It was horror movie acting, definitely. I think it was just the
situation.
It could have been the situation. It was just no. You know what? I would actually retract that. I would say something about it. I can't put my finger on what it was exactly. It could be just because it was 47 meters down. Like if you named it something different, maybe I would have been more into it. But
I think the problem with me is that I don't have sympathy for people that put themselves in stupid situations. And that was what that was like, let's make one bad decision after another. At some point, I'm like, okay, you need to be eaten because you're making all these stupid decisions.
But isn't that kind of what a horror movie is, though? Like they always make dumb decisions.
Usually, those people don't survive. The ones that have made the dumb decisions, it's always the final girl or the final guy that's like, no, we shouldn't do that, and then they get peer pressured into doing it, which is what happened in this one.
Yeah,
basically
the whole time though, it's different. Yeah, I don't know. Because I've been thinking about it as if it wasn't called 47 meters, would I have liked it as much?
You probably wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah, I don't think I would have seen it, and I don't think I would have liked it more just because it was done cheaply, you know? And maybe it was because they were trying too hard to adhere to the 47 meters and that whole formula of like shark scare, somebody dies, this, and this, somebody gets attacked. I don't know.
This seemed like a direct to video movie for me, like something where, like, you know how they have those sequels that go direct to video.
Definitely.
That's what it seemed like, which is there's no shame in that. That's exactly what it's designed for. It's made cheaper and it's made to,
and that's so interesting because I don't think I saw the first 47 meters in theater. Did it go there?
Yeah, I saw it in theater.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one definitely, I agree, should have gone straight to a streaming service or a DVD or something like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, let us know what you guys think.
What would you rate it?
Oh, I didn't even want to get past the rate. I'm gonna be somewhat generous. I'm gonna give it a 6. It's I can't give 5s out like that because it still was somewhat directed well. Like I mean, the story wasn't great, but I mean, a 5 is like it's like almost like I feel like
we should do a video on like what our criteria is because for me, I just base mine off of I have fun watching it.
Oh, see, mine I have a threshold of me as an actual director. Like if it's something that I feel like I could have done better, I rate it lower.
Okay.
That way. So that means that will tell you that I probably behind the camera felt like I could have done it.
I got you.
Equally or better than that.
I base mine off of if I enjoyed, like if I had a good time watching it and if I was entertained while watching the movie.
That's a good point too.
And for me, I think I'd have to give it, I don't remember what I gave Crawl, but 1 notch less than that. And I think I graded Crawl a 6.
You guys
so
are
I think
hard
it's
on
a 5
Crawl.
for me.
Crawl looks like a masterpiece now. No, just kidding.
Yeah, almost. But thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you on the next episode. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe if you want to see more weekly content.